Details from the book, Land and Local Kingship in 18th Century Bengal, by John R. MacLean. The book provides insights into historical events involving the Maratha Burdwan Raj in Bengal during the 18th century. It appears to focus on the actions of various local rulers, particularly Manikchandra of Burdwan, during conflicts with the Marathas and the changing political dynamics of the time. The narrative discusses instances of fleeing and perceived cowardice, as well as the interactions between different local rulers and the central authority. This excerpt highlights some of the conflicts, power struggles, and the impact of Maratha raids on the region's socio-economic conditions. Is there a specific aspect you'd like to discuss further or any questions you have about this historical context? I'd be happy to provide more information based on the details you've provided. The book, Land and Local Kingship in 18th Century Bengal, by John R. MacLean delves into the complex dynamics of the 18th century Bengal region, focusing on local rulers, their interactions, and the impact of Maratha raids. Here are some additional insights from the text. 1. Manikchandra's role. Manikchandra, a figure in the Burdwan Raj, played a significant role in the events discussed. He accompanied Alivardi, the ruler of Bengal, during various campaigns against the Marathas. Despite his involvement, Manikchandra was often accused of lacking courage and fleeing during critical moments. However, his continued presence and usefulness in the court indicate that he retained some level of influence. 2. Feuds and patronage. The narrative highlights conflicts between different local rulers and their patrons. For instance, Vaneshwar Vidyalankar's patron had a feud with the Nadia Darbar due to their support of the pro-Maratha poet Bharatchandra. This feud likely contributed to the complex web of rivalries and alliances in the region. 3. Allegations of theft and execution. The book also discusses a dramatic incident involving Manikchandra and the Diwan of the Nadia Zamindari, Raghunandan. Manikchandra accused Raghunandan of stealing money during his move to Murshidabad and ordered his execution. This incident showcases Manikchandra's authority and the intricate power struggles within the court. 4. Influence and motives. The narrative raises questions about Manikchandra's influence and motivations. His elevated status at the court suggests that he held a significant position. There's speculation that his actions might have been driven by revenge, possibly related to the publication of a work by Bharatchandra that insulted the Burdwan Raj family. Family. 5. Maratha invasions. The Maratha raids were a significant challenge to the region's stability. The invasions disrupted the collection of taxes and economic activities. Alivardi struggled to maintain tax revenue due to these raids, leading to a cascading effect on his ability to govern effectively. 6. Economic impact. Maratha raids led to significant economic consequences. Zamindars across Bengal, including Raja Chitrasen of Burdwan, faced difficulties in collecting revenues from ravaged villages. The disruption caused by the raids had a domino effect on the region's economy. 7. Military and political challenges. The narrative reflects the complexities of military and political challenges faced by rulers during this period. The necessity of maintaining a well-functioning army, balancing alliances, and dealing with internal rivalries added layers of intricacy to the political landscape. These insights from the book provide a glimpse into the historical events, power dynamics, and challenges faced by local rulers in 18th century Bengal. The interactions between various figures, the impact of Maratha raids, and the shifting political alliances all contribute to a rich and complex narrative of this period. Very good info on cowardice of Maratha Burdwan Raj. Land and Local Kingship in 18th Century Bengal, book by John R. MacLean. Vaneshwar Vidyalankar's patron had a feud with Nadia, Krishnanagar, Darbar because of their patronage of pro-Maratha Bharatchandra, who revealed the Karanji courtier antics of Burdwan family women. This is a tiny inter-regional drama. When Alivardi elected to fight his way from Burdwan to Katwa, Manikchandra and his troops again accompanied him. This time also, Manikchandra was accused of lack of courage. Following a nighttime barrage by Maratha guns 20 miles from Burdwan, Manikchandra and his men lost heart, and, in the manner of a zamindar, fled away. Manikchandra nevertheless continued to be regarded as a useful officer. In 1750, while campaigning against the Marathas, Alivardi camped for some time in his garden at Burdwan. By 1756, Alivardi had persuaded him to leave Burdwan to serve at Murshidabad, in an unknown capacity but possibly as a Diwan. Manikchandra's title of Raja and incidents with the Diwan of the Nadia Zamindari and with Alivardi's son, Siraj-ud-Daulah, indicate that Manikchandra enjoyed high standing in the Nazim's court. According to a legend, while Manikchandra was still Diwan of Burdwan, he and Raghunandan, Diwan of Maharaja Krishnachandra of Nadia, jostled each other while at the Murshidabad court and exchanged hostile words. After Manikchandra moved to Murshidabad to serve the Nazim, he blamed Raghunandan for the theft of several lakhs of rupees en route to Murshidabad from Nadia. In consequence, Manikchandra ordered Raghunandan's execution, had him tied to the mouth of a cannon, and blew him away, in the contemporary form of Mughal and British punishments. If true, the story is interesting on two counts. It suggests Manikchandra had considerable influence at court. It also raises the possibility that Manikchandra was taking revenge against Maharaja Krishnachandra for the publication of Annadamangal by his court poet, Bharatchandra. Bharatchandra had said the second episode, in which a Raja's daughter is seduced by a stranger, in the court of the Burdwan Rajas, thereby insulting the Burdwan Raj family which had deprived Bharatchandra's family of its estate. Whether or not that was the motive for Manikchandra's alleged execution of the Nadia Diwan, it is widely believed that the Burdwan Raj family resented Maharaja Krishnachandra's patronage of Bharatchandra's work. Real purpose of Chitra Shampu was to whitewash the cowardice of Burdwani coward Zamindar who fled without fighting the Marathas on orders of Alivardi. Which coward flees with army that can easily cover the earth, and leaves his citizens behind? Alivardi's ruler of Bengal. On the other hand, the Persian chroniclers showed no interest in what Bengalis thought of the invasions, although Saeed Ghulam Hussain Khan implied that character deficiencies, such as disloyalty, licentiousness, and profligacy, were the cause of the Nizamat's decline, of which the Maratha incursions were one sign. Zamindars outside the invaded districts as well as in were affected by the Maratha raids. In West Bengal, Zamindars could not collect from their ravaged villages and they could not borrow because the shroffs, money changers, and other lenders had fled across the Bhagirathi river. Raja Chitrasen of Burdwan himself fled, perhaps to the protection of Calcutta. Banishwar Vidyalankar tried to make his patron's flight appear honorable, leaving the administration of the city of Burdwan to the Council of Ministers, Maharaj Chitra Sen with a huge army of soldiers that could have easily covered the Kath, after offering solace to the poor and the needy, and making arrangements for the protection of the Brahmins and the supplicants, left for the land between the two holy places of Tribeni and the Sagar Sangam, which is the new city by the name of Bishala. The annual Maratha invasions crippled Alivardi's tax collections in West Bengal. The Burdwan Zamindari alone was rupees 22 lakhs in arrears in 1742 for L. In that year, Alivardi managed to collect only rupees 64.52 lakhs, or considerably less than half Bengal's land revenue. In subsequent years, the shortfall was even greater. Alivardi tried to compensate by harassing other zamindars, including the Rajas of Dinajpur, Nadia, and Neta. In 1744, British merchants at Qasim Bazar reported that around Murshidabad, every person who was reported to have money was seized and whipped until he disgorged his wealth. Fateh Chand of the Jagat Seth banking family told the British Vakil, at present there is no government. They fear neither God nor the king but seem determined to force money from everybody. With an acute shortage of cash, Alivardi was unable to pay his soldiers who often refused to fight. On one occasion, Mustafa Khan claimed his troops were owed rupees I 7 lakhs. Very good info on cowardice of Maratha Burdwan Raj. Land and Local Kingship in 18th Century Bengal, book by John R. MacLean. Here are some additional key details about the cowardice of the Maratha Burdwan Raj from the book, Land and Local Kingship in 18th Century Bengal, by John R. MacLean. Manikchandra, a member of the Burdwan Raj family, was accused of lacking courage and fleeing with his troops when the Marathas attacked. This happened on multiple occasions when accompanying the Bengal ruler Alivardi Khan on campaigns against the Marathas in the 1740s. Despite the accusations of cowardice, Manikchandra retained influence in Alivardi Khan's court and even became a diwan minister. This suggests he still had political utility despite the alleged cowardice. The Burdwan Raj family faced economic difficulties due to the constant Maratha raids in their territory. The Zamindar Raja Chitrasen of Burdwan struggled to collect revenues from ravaged villages and fled, possibly to Calcutta, to avoid the Maratha attacks. Court poet Bharat Chandra wrote the Annadamangal epic, insulting the Burdwan Raj family by implying immoral behavior of their women. This may have motivated revenge by Manikchandra against Bharat Chandra's patron, Krishnachandra of Nadia. Manikchandra allegedly executed Krishnachandra's Diwan Raghunandan by blowing him from a cannon. This demonstrated Manikchandra's authority and influence, possibly driven by a feud due to the Annadamangal literature. Persian chroniclers blamed the decline of Bengal on the character deficiencies of figures like the Burdwan Raj family, including disloyalty and cowardice in the face of Maratha attacks. The constant Maratha raids prevented the collection of tax revenue in Bengal, crippling Alivardi Khan's administration. The Burdwan Zamindari alone owed huge arrears. The Burdwan Raj family's image of honor was tarnished by their perceived cowardice and inability to stand up to the Marathas. Their flight in times of conflict brought disrepute from Persian chroniclers and contemporaries. In summary, the Burdwan Raj family was accused of cowardice, disloyalty, and ineffective leadership in dealing with the Maratha invasions, negatively impacting their reputation and contemporary Persian accounts of their character. Their alleged flight from conflict and struggles collecting tax revenue highlighted weaknesses as rulers of the Zamindari.